I'm Mike Morales, and this is the Mike Morales Show. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom, the power, and the glory are yours, now and forever. And in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. So, today's another one of the more rant type videos. And I'm going to be talking about both the Ministry of Truth, or as it's technically called, the Disinformation Governance Board. And also I'm going to be talking a bit about Roe v. Wade, seeing as that's pretty big news as of late, both for the pro-life movement and for the country at large, in the way that governance is being done since the 1970s. So, starting with the Disinformation Governance Board. It's obviously a partisan ploy to silence conservative views, traditional Christian views, and the like, to say that there's only two genders and that you can't magically change your gender. That's going to be silenced by this board. And it's directly in response to Elon Musk buying Twitter in order to make it more so of a free speech town hall. And so it's just kind of ridiculous that the Biden administration sees that as an opportunity to use the government to mandate what people can and can't say, and they become the arbiters of what's true and what's disinformation. Because the mainstream opinion nowadays, according to the left, according to the White House, is that men can be women, women can be men, and if you say anything other than that, you're a bigot and you can't have your opinion. And so I think it's a direct attack on truth, a direct attack on obviously conservative values and conservative thought. And I think it's only a matter of time before it becomes disinformation to say that God is the one true God, to say that you believe in traditional Catholic values, or to say that you believe in anything old-fashioned or traditional. They're going to say that you're spreading disinformation on purpose if you simply don't agree with everything the government says. And so I think it's very dangerous, especially for Christians, that these radical leftists are telling us what's true and untrue and can dictate whether we can say that or not. It's frankly just ridiculous. And I think it's only a matter of time before Christianity, in effect, almost becomes foreign to a lot of people, and in a way becomes banned to be talked about, at least in a truthful sense. Of course, people will still be allowed to say a bunch of falsehoods about Christianity, and therefore use the Lord's name in vain by putting words in his mouth that he did not say, such as saying that certain things aren't sinful, or saying that that everyone's forgiven no matter what, and that you don't actually need to seek forgiveness, or what have you. There's a myriad of different things that we're told by people about Christianity that's just factually not true. And if you want to find the truth about Christianity, read the text, read the full text, read the Bible, read the works by the various saints. Summa Theologica is a very good read by St. Thomas Aquinas, laying out theology and how theology works and how to prove certain things and what is the best theological thought for a myriad of different situations that people have endured. And so now on to the Roe v. Wade discussion. So a lot of people are saying, like, oh, this is going to take away our reproductive rights immediately. This is going to immediately outlaw abortion. And it's like, no, it's not. I wish it was, but no, it's not. All it's going to do is return that right back to the states to decide. It's not going to take away abortion. It'd be nice if it would, because no one has a constitutional right to murder. In fact, it's a federal crime to murder someone. So I think it ought to be federally abolished. But it is still a win in the pro-life category for Roe v. Wade to be overturned, because it does, at the very least, take out the codification of abortion being a right guaranteed by the Constitution. And obviously that's just nonsense. So it is a big win and will dramatically decrease the availability of abortion and murdering children throughout the country. But unfortunately, blue states are still going to be very highly encouraged to engage in abortion, and are going to have less and less strict laws regarding abortion. They're going to have more abortions because people are going to move to their states so they can abort their children. And that's just the reality of the situation. The fact that we're being told by a bunch of people, whether it be Senator Warren or just general people on TikTok or what have you, people saying, oh, this is an attack on our democracy. It's like, no, not at all. That is preposterous to say that, because it's going back to a federalist structure, which, again, abortion should be outlawed outright. But saying that it's an attack on our democracy is just frankly ridiculous, and anyone that says that doesn't know how to read or think. And so that was the main thing that I've heard, is attack on our democracy, which that's been said ad nauseum about literally every situation politically in the last 20 years. And it's just so annoying to hear over and over again. Another thing that Roe v. Wade potentially being overturned has exposed is two things about pro-abortion people. And that is, one, how these people vitriolically hate children and just have no care for human life and see no sanctity within human life at all, and just think that it ought to be just an inconvenience for you to take care of, but also has exposed how little a lot of people really want to talk about abortion. Because, for example, Representative Eric Swalwell making up a completely fictional statement saying that Republicans are going to try to get rid of interracial marriage next. And that's obviously preposterous. And the reason he brings that up is because he doesn't want to talk about abortion and how awful and how dangerous it is, and how it's literally the murder of millions of children. And he just realizes that the pro-abortion argument is so indefensible that the people that support it oftentimes can't even talk about it. They can't even talk about why they want it legal. They can't even talk about the reality of the fact that it is a unique human being and that they are literally killing it. It's just something they can't talk about, and it's frankly ridiculous and also quite unfortunate. Basically, all put together, life begins at conception, and you do not have a right to kill that life. And also, the disinformation board is a ministry of truth. It's extraordinarily Orwellian, which, yes, I know Orwellian is like the buzzword of the right, but it is Orwellian. They are going to silence views that don't align with theirs. Okay, so the book of the week this week, and since it's Saturday, there's going to be another book of the week tomorrow, which there's an interview going up tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. But the book of the week this week is The Blessed Eucharist, Our Greatest Treasure by Michael Müeller, C.S.S.R. And this book, as soon as I first opened it, I was hooked. And it's so fantastic. It's about everything you could imagine wanting to know about the Eucharist and how beautiful of a sacrament it is and how much of a gift from God himself it is. It talks about how the real presence, the true presence of Christ in the Eucharist is there. It talks about preparation for communion. It talks about why you shouldn't take communion if you're in a state of mortal sin. It's a fantastic book, so I definitely recommend checking it out. If you're a new Catholic, if you're an old Catholic, even if you're not a Catholic, just to learn about Catholic doctrine and how interesting it really can be and how miraculous, especially the Eucharist is, definitely recommend The Blessed Eucharist, Our Greatest Treasure. So that's where I'm going to end it for today. Thanks for watching. God bless. Have a good one.